What if I told you there's one AI prompt that could end writer's block forever? And it takes less than 30 seconds to use? I'm about to show you exactly how it works, and by the end of this video, you'll never, ever stare at a blank page again. Look, I get it. You're sitting with your screenplay idea, and you know what needs to happen next, but the words just won't come out. You've been staring at that blinking cursor for 20 minutes. Does that sound familiar? So here's the thing. Writer's block isn't actually about not having ideas. It's about being paralyzed by the fear of writing something that, wait for it, is bad. And exactly this is what this AI prompt is going to help you fix. As someone who teaches AI screenwriting to beginners, I see this all the time. You've got ChatGPT open, just like that. You've got your script online, but you're stuck because you're trying to write the perfect scene on the first try. Sound familiar? Unfortunately, you're going to end up doing three things. You'll write one sentence and delete it, or two, you'll write one sentence and delete it again, or you'll close your laptop and say, I think I'll try it tomorrow. Again, does that seem familiar? Stop doing that, and instead, do this. Now, I call this the writer's block break prompt, and it works by giving your brain three completely different ways to approach the scene. Instead of trying to write it perfectly, we're going to write it badly, weirdly, and backwards. Interesting, huh? So here's the exact prompt I want you to copy and paste into ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatever AI thing that you're using. Now here's the exact prompt I want you to copy and paste into ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or any other writing thing you have. And I'm going to read you the prompt so you know what I'm talking about. So here's the prompt that you can just copy and paste. I'm experiencing writer's block on my screenplay. Instead of trying to write the perfect scene, help me break through this by giving me three completely different approaches to move forward. The first one, the worst possible version. Write the absolute worst, most cliched, over-the-top version of the scene. Make it so ridiculous it's bad, or make it so bad it's ridiculous. So this helps. The reason why we do this, it removes pressure and often sparks better ideas through contrast. The second prompt is the constraint challenge. Give me a creative constraint to work within, like writing the scene with only dialogue, or having a character who can only speak in questions, or setting it in a completely different location than I originally planned. The third one, the emotional flip. Take whatever emotion or tone I'm planning for in the scene and flip it into a complete opposite. If it was meant to be dramatic, make it comedic. If it was meant to be happy, make it tense. Then, after showing me these three options, ask me which approach feels most exciting to explore and help me develop that direction even further. My scene story context, and this is where you insert as much specific stuff you can have about the scene, about characters, about the plot point, about dialogue, about scenes. I actually just take, and I'll show you this with my own prompt. I was taking a scene at the beginning of my horror movie and trying to, I was really having a hard time figuring out where to come from. And this gave me some very interesting iterations, which I'm going to show you now as I took this particular prompt and put it in the ChatGPT, and I'll show you what this prompt was able to do for me. Okay, you can see here I took this prompt and put it into ChatGPT. So what I wrote in for my screen context is I'm trying to figure out how to begin my movie, which is about a cop whose partner was killed at the beginning of the movie by a serial killer. The serial killer will come back later in the movie to attack our cop. Originally, I was going to have them go into the woods looking for the killer because a little girl covered in blood comes out to them at a rest stop saying somebody's trying to kill their mommy. So I know it's not very original, which is why I was having problems with it. So what it did was it gave me the worst possible version. And it's full of cliches. As we look through here, the cop, Jack Steele, yes, that's his name, steps out of his black muscle car in slow motion. Like I said, it is hilarious. And it just keeps getting more and more ridiculous. His partner's name, get this, is Rick Danger. And so it was really interesting to just sort of, it showed me how bad it could really be. And I was like, hey, I could do something a lot better than this. So it got me to see that my writing wasn't the worst thing known to man. And that helped and sort of gave me some ideas to iterate off of. The next one, which I thought was the most amazing one, was the constraint challenge, where it basically is going to write the entire scene using only questions, no statement, only questions. And it just decided to pick this particular constraint. And I could have written in when I first did this to say the constraint I want you to use is, is it questions? Is it something else? I could have put that into the prompt. And so as we take a look here at the different characters, you can see Jack says, "Are you hurt? Where's your family? Is that your blood?" And the little girl replies, "Can you help me? Do you know where my mommy is?" And so the nice thing about that is it really made me think, okay, what do I want to get out of this scene? It really began to focus on, as it says here, to focus on the subtext, the tension, and the character thought process. It was really, this part was probably the most helpful, the constraint one, because it really got me to thinking, okay, how do I want to portray the tension? And finally, the emotional flip. So they want to take my dark, dramatic opener and make it light, awkward, or funny. And so it was interesting to say the least. The comedic opening throws off the audience, creating contrast and unease before the real horror sets in. And so I didn't like that one as much, but what I really enjoyed again was the constraint one. And so then what it does, it asks me, what do I want to explore? And then I can go through and say, hey, this one really captured my attention, and I want to go into this. And what I normally do at this point in time is I start having it ask me questions and say, okay, I'll give it my original scene and say, okay, based on this is what I want to have happen. And we start talking and having a dialogue about working out what works. I don't just say, ChatGPT, fix this. I say, give me a bunch of questions and we'll figure it out together. Because again, this is my writing. ChatGPT is helping to supercharge my writing. It is not replacing me as the writer. Now here's the magic. I'm not stuck anymore. I got totally 3 different approaches and I'm already seeing elements I want to use. I really love this section about how the dialogue all comes across as questions. It really makes me rethink of what am I trying to get at in this particular scene. And I can already think of iterations I'm going to take from that. Now you might be wondering, why does this work? Well, it works because it tricks your perfectionist brain. Instead of, I need to write the perfect scene, you're thinking instead, let me try this fun experiment. And once you start writing anything, even intentionally bad stuff, your creativity starts flowing again. It gives you options instead of a terrifying blank page. It removes the pressure to be perfect. And more importantly, it gets you writing immediately. No more waiting until tomorrow. The ideas start flowing right away. So here are 3 pro tips for using this prompt. First, save all the responses. Even the bad versions often have hidden gems that you can use later, or some idea might come off an iteration of one of these bad ideas. Second, try this with different AIs. ChatGPT might give you one style, Claude might give you another one, Gemini a third, and they might all be completely different. So use more than one AI. Third, use it even when you're not feeling blocked or you're not feeling that pressure of writer's block. It's still an amazing creative exercise that keeps your writing fresh and unexpected. Again, I put the exact prompt in the description below. No need to send me an email or pay me $5 or anything like that. It's in the description. Simply copy it, paste it, and try it on whatever scene you're stuck on right now. So pause this video and give it a try. And when you try it, let me know in the comments section below what approach worked best for you. Was it the worst version? Was it the constraint? Was it the emotional flip? I read every comment and I love seeing your breakthrough moments. So please put them in the comment section below. I always like having conversations with folks about their writing. Remember, the goal isn't to be perfect on the first try. The goal is to write something, anything, because you can always make something better. You can't make nothing better though. If this helped you with your writer's block, share this with a friend, because a lot of people go through writer's block. You won't believe the amount of people who have writer's block. Hit the like button, subscribe for more AI screenwriting tips. And I hope to see you in my next video where we're going to be talking about 3 AI prompts that can help fix any dialogue in any of your scenes. Now stop watching YouTube and go write something amazing.